Hello and welcome back to Scratch Up Farm Models. So today's on Model Farm Week 28, Season 1. So there's been a slight delay since the last one purely because of back to school and starting GCSEs and lots of homework and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, we're back to it now, so we'll get into it. So over here we have the new shed which is up. So this was built out of 3D printed I-beams that are 3D printed and then locked tight in a bit of hot glue. Then these from HOT, these printouts stuck on some foam, and in the back it's blocks and tin. So it's got all the straw in there, it's got the flat 8 grab on the top and bale spike there. So that's all the straw in there, so it gives us a lot more room to put the cows in there. And we got the 6820, which is where it's going to pretty much be parked for winter, because well, when it's not out on a job there isn't really anywhere else for it, so it's the best place for it. We've got all the small squares in there, telehandler and all the hay, silage pit. So we've got that Jack's Land Rover. He's put the back on it purely because it's getting into the, well, not yet, and hopefully it stays half decent for a while, but before we know it, it will be horrible weather again, so he's got that on ready. So then Jack's just greasing up the spearhead hedge cutter, the 3650. So he's got all that stuff there to go and put up. He's got the IBC container, it's empty so we can move it by hand. He's got the water trough and the stack of pallets, so he's going to go and set that up for some sheep, but he can't get out at the moment because you'll see what's in the way. So that's all clear now, ready for the cows to go in. We brought some of the barriers over and we'll be getting some more soon, 3D printed again. Got Ian's Land Rover and everything in there. And we do need to get a bit of fence or wall there because it's a bit exposed at the moment. So in the workshop it's reasonably busy. So over the summer months we haven't had any machinery in because we've been busy out on the farm. But for some of the longer viewers, you'll remember back last winter we had different machinery in all the time. So there'll be some more machinery coming in sooner than later. So over here we've got the coon baler, which will be getting moved into that big machinery shed soon, the diesel bowser, and the ride-on's having a repair done because the coils have gone on it, so that's going to get done. Then over here we've got everything in this shed. It's a bit empty there where we cleared some space to get the hedge cutter out. Got the baler and the class crop tiger, the forager, the turner, the mower and the bale wrapper. So all the silage and harvest kit has been put away in them 2 bays, so they're away for the winter months now. Then we've got all the trailers along here and the class Arian. Then we've got all the grapples and buckets. So these bits here, these are normally over here, but as you can see there's a job going on. So when we built this shed we never had time to wire it up because it was in between silage. So we've got Lewis in the JCB 0860. It's got the trenching bucket on it. They're just trenching now. Noah's actually doing some work for once. He's got a shovel just taking it out right up against the workshop. Then we've got Richard with the cable there which will go from the workshop across because this will be lambing barns. And then over here we've got the Kubota, and then it's got the other attachments on there because it's going on to a mulching contract straight after. So it's just doing this quick job and then it's going straight off again. So we've got a new bale trailer, so you would have seen this get built earlier in the week. So it's just a bit bigger than that one we had before because it you just get a few more bales on it, which is useful. Primex tanker. Then we've got the Connor muck spreader and all the silage bales stacked up. We've got the Case Maximum and chain harrows in there. And over here we've got a bit of firewood operation going on. We've got Matt just cutting up the firewood and then Ian operating the splitter. And then we've moved the roller out in this field because it's a bit in the way there for getting in to access for stuff. So they'll get through that pile probably and then that'll do them for winter. And then over here we've got the track coming down. Then we've got Connor going off across the field to do a bit of chipping. There's a small tree that came down, so he's going to go and cut it up and chip it. It's got the 10 balls chipper on the back. Then over here we've got Aaron in the Massey 7480 even, and then we got the Yanmar on the back. So the Yanmar is only just coming out the yard now because it's had a forestry harvesting head fitted so it can cut the trees down, strip it and cut it to length. So we fit that at the workshop because it's just easier. So it's on the quick hitch and it's got the grab on the trailer. So that's just going off on a job. So we have actually got our eyes on another excavator at the moment. It's a Sani, and it's about the same size, a little bit bigger than the Yanmar, because we've got more work than we need or can handle at the moment for the Yanmar. So we've got the demand for the forestry side and also like the general groundwork side. So the idea of the Sani, it would be just forestry side, so it's going to have metal tracks and all guarded out. And the Yanmar can go back just to doing the dirt work. It can still do a bit of clearance when it needs it, but for the main of the time it will be on like grading jobs and putting in footings and a lot of earth moving. So that's the plan for that. So we've got all the lines hooked up to the Massey, and then they're just taking that along. And over here we've got a John Deere 3050, the front loader. He's just bought this trailer, so he's towing that away. I think he's going to redo it. I don't think he actually wants it as a bale trailer. So coming down the track here, we've got that gate which is off its hinges, because this gateway's been a bit of a pain because it's a bit smaller from when we used to have smaller kit years ago. So we're going to widen it and make it bigger gates like this one here. So that'll get done soon. So it got taken off its hinges just to get a bit more room when we were taking silage bales in and out. So over here we have the Yanmar on the back of the Massey. So Aaron's in the Massey 7480. He's got all the lines hooked up. So we've had a harvesting head fitted to the Yanmar. It's a Valmet harvesting head. So this is basically, it will cut the trees down, strip the limbs and cut them to length. So it's coming out the yard because we fitted it at the workshop, so it's just easier to do. Then we've got the grab there. And there is also, well, we do have our eyes on another digger. So it is a Sani, it's about a 12 tonner, something like that. So it's a bit bigger than the Yanmar, and it's just going to be for forestry. Because we've got so much work with the Yanmar, we need ideally a digger, dirt work and forestry. So at the moment this is going on to a forestry job, but it's got 2 other forestry jobs it could be on and a load more dirt work ones. So we've been looking at machines for a while. We had a JCB in on demo, Kubota in on demo, we've had all sorts in, but we found this Sani and it's going to fit our needs just well. So it will be a few weeks before it gets here, but it will get here eventually. So because the dealership are just doing the last few bits and putting extra auxiliary lines for the hydraulics just to make it a bit quicker if we're doing a lot of work with it. So then over here we've got Connor going across the field with the timber chipper. It's a small tree that came down, so before they hedge cut it, he's just going to go over and cut the tree and chip it into the hedge. Then over here we've got the bale trailer that was sold. Then we've got this really nice John Deere 3050 with the front loader on it, just going down there. He's just bought it. And this field here is coming on well. Here this field's coming on well. We are going to try and get a third cut off of this. It might be a bit late now, but we'll see how it goes, because if not, we just go to grazing. Then over in the contractor's yard, no one's about. Noah's Land Rover's down here, but he's in the Kubota at the moment. Or he drove the Kubota up with the digger on the back. So we've got the Case Maximum on the NC dump trailer. It's holding a bit of stone earlier in the week just to do a delivery. So it's a bit dirty. Well, you can see the stone in it. So the NC might be getting changed. We might be changing it to a dually or a red rock stone cart, because we're starting to have a few problems with the NC with the ram sticking. So obviously it didn't help that ages ago Noah ripped all the hydraulic lines off the bottom, but it's not the lines, it's the ram that's sticking, which it shouldn't be. So it's a fairly new trailer, so it's still under warranty. So they've come out and fixed it, but if it happens again, we'll just say take it back, we'll have our money back and get something a bit different. So we've got all the Yanmar's attachments along there. Then we got the 6-ton dumper, which is going out on a job very soon. It's been out on one this week, and it just did a load of, it was more moving stumps across this site where they were clearing along a bank where they were going to put a railway bridge in, so it's been out on a good job this week. We've got the roller and the gator in there and everything in there, with the cement mixer and the benches, paddy whacker. And then nothing's happened here where the farm's just been so busy, so we'll be getting more pigs in very soon, and the fence still needs fixing at the back. we got all down here, and this field will get tilled up sooner than later, and the hedge will need cutting as well. So down at where the house is, everything's going on well. The chickens are back there. And then we got some firewood stacked up, and this will be getting filled with firewood soon. And obviously the ride-ons up at the workshop getting fixed. And this field's coming on well. There's a bit of a wet patch coming here. Totally wasn't cement dripping down from doing the concreting, but this field will be getting tilled up soon, so it'll be fine. Up here at Mick's yard, he's got a new trailer in, so he bought this trailer. It's a small red rock dump trailer, so it'll be quite useful for him for doing odd jobs. So he's done a lot of firewood, that's all full, and he's sold quite a few loads. I think it was almost 20 loads he had out the other day, in one day. He's got the dumper up there, he's still wanting to get a tarp for that and the firewood processor. And he's going to be wanting to get this building up very quickly before the weather turns. So he has now bought this Caterpillar skid steer off of us. So he's bought all the attachments with it. So we do use it a lot, but at the same time we don't, because we are so busy with the other jobs. So what we've sort of said is, because we get on with Mick well and we're always helping each other out, is that he's bought that now, so that's his to use around his yard, but we're going to pay him to do quite a few little jobs now and then, but he's going to do them for a good price for us. Then he's got a weight there for the back of the case. He got given that just because it was a bit of a pain. It was off a restorer that had it with a tractor and he didn't need it, so he got given that one. It's quite old, but he might be able to use it on the case. He's got a bag of hardcore ready to do that up there, and he's in the case topping at the moment. He's just borrowed our topper, just topping this field, and he's also got another bit of fence up there, so he's just off topping this field, and all the wood has gone, so he will be getting more wood in soon. But he has sold a lot of it recently, which is good, but he's going to try and get a bigger load in this time. Pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave in the comments, and see you again soon.